multi-talent television Twilight Bulletin for the 7th. That matter, insightful reports, and wait for the Good Friday. Football team, the Rising Stars, is set to depart for Morocco tomorrow, Friday, to commence a 10-day training camp in preparation for the upcoming Africa Under-25. Head coach Salim Babu has announced a 26-man squad that will represent Kenya in the continental competitions. Coach Babu also manages Nairobi City Stars, has a history of leading Kenya's youth teams. He previously guided the under-17 and under-18 squads and made history by qualifying for the under-20 team for the continental tournament after reaching the CECAFA Under-20 Championship finals in Tanzania in October 2024. The team's training camp in Morocco is expected to provide valuable preparations as they aim to make a significant impact in the tournament and secure a spot in the cup. Now onto has kicked off for the very first time, all competing for the coveted title, and the importance of involving women in sports, saying such platforms not only empower but also promote talent development at the grassroots level. The tournament will culminate in a thrilling final at the Cheptumo Stadium, where the winning team will walk away with glory and a life-changing
sport and a grand prize.
We started with all of them. Finals are on Saturday 19th. Yeah, the first teams, number 2 shall be 300,000, number 3 shall be 150,000, and number 4 shall be 50,000.
Held at various to promote the gender equality opportunities in sport as their male counterparts. The tournament is set to conclude at Cheptumo Stadium, where the final match will determine the winning team. Organizers expressed hope that this will be the first of many such initiatives to lift the female athletes in a county known for its athletic history.
Imekuwa jambo la nadra sana kuona mpira ya kina mama ikichezwa wakati huu ambao tuko na vitu mingi ambao wasichana na wamama wanaachwa kando. Vile pia najua inatakuwa nafasi nzuri, kwa hivyo tutatumia hii mpira
where women are finally taking their rightful place on the pitch. Reporting for Gifted TV, Kericho County, I'm Peter Achieng.
Now, it's graduated from short-term vocational courses. This initiative, facilitated by a local non-profit organization, aims to bridge the gap between former inmates and their communities. The event was filled with joy and dance, symbolizing a new beginning for these women as they prepare to reintegrate into society. Our reporter with more details.
Credited their graduation. These women completed short-term courses designed not only to impart practical skills, but also to prepare them emotionally and socially for life after imprisonment.
Saidia how ninaweza nikaishi na community, like naweza kaa aje na watu, how to manage stress.
Tumejifunza pia aswa wenye tunaweza kusaidia wengine kutoka kwa hiyo stress. Ukiwa na stress sana unaweza kujiingiza hata mpaka kwa trauma ambapo hautajitoa na hautajielewa.
The program, spearheaded by local non-profit organization, focuses on equipping inmates with the tools they need to reintegrate into society successfully. Teresa Njoroge, a former inmate and the organization's director, emphasized the importance of such initiatives. She noted that former prisoners often face stigma, societal reintegration.
Isn't a women's prison that we have not interacted with. We have empowered hundreds of women inside of prison, and most importantly, we have supported them to reintegrate when they leave prison.
Ufunuo is all about confidence, stress management, and also mambo ya trauma, mambo ya financial management.
Mimi sikuwa najua kuwa naweza kuwa mwimbaji, because for now niko na 15 songs nilikuwa nataka alafu nirekodiwa.
Provide certificates of good conduct their efforts to find employment.
Now on to politics. Over the swearing in of newly appointed Cabinet Secretaries Geoffrey, Ruku and Cheptumo, Ruku takes over the Ministry of Public Service, while Cheptumo assumed of the report by the Parliamentary Committee.
Among those sworn into communications and the digital economy,
being called on to exercise the functions of Principal Secretary.
His appointment has, however, stirred some public concern, given his links to GoTV Kenya, where he is reportedly one of the stakeholders. Several other principal secretaries who were also sworn in during the ceremony included Dr. Frederick Ouma Oluga, who will lead the State Department for Public Health, Jacob Fikirini Kahindi, appointed to the State Department for Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Jane Kiarie Imbunya, to the State Department for Public Service, Regina Akoth Ombam, to the State Department for Investments, Trade and Industry, Cyril Wagunda Odede, to the Investments Docket, Caroline Wanjiru to the East African Community Affairs Department, Ahmed Abdisalan Ibrahim to the State Department for Cabinet Affairs, Judith Mayai Pareno to the Human Rights and Constitutional Affairs Department, Abdul Razak Ali Shaukat to the Department of Science, Research and Innovation, Barasa Makoha to the Planning Department, Michael Lenasalon to the Department of Devolution.
Caroline Wanjiru Karugu, being called on to exercise the functions of Principal Secretary, do swear that, except with the authority of the President, I will not direct proceedings or for the due discharge of my duties.
Of the newly appointed Cabinet and Principal Secretaries, Billy Mboya reporting.
Now, in a major move aimed at enhancing power supply in the Western region, the government has announced a significant investment in energy infrastructure. Ugunja Member of Parliament and National Assembly Minority Leader Opio Wandai says Kenya shillings 5 billion has been secured to upgrade the existing power plant and spur economic growth but also support upcoming industries and create job opportunities for the local population. The upgrade is set to begin soon, marking a key milestone in the government's broader plan to expand access to efficient and stable energy across the country.
We have secured a funding to the tune of 5 billion Kenya shillings to upgrade Gogo power plant from the current 2 megawatts to 8.6 megawatts.
Finality. And what is being done in Gogo is transformational. But it should not just be in that place called Gogo. It should go down and reach every household.
About 80% of the population do not have electricity connectivity. We have done the designs, we have shared, but it is technicalization that this region has faced. I think this part of the constituency and my constituency at large has been quite marginalized in terms of electricity connectivity.
And that marks the end of tonight's edition of the Twilight Bulletin. I have been your host, Billy Okoth-Mboya, and as you wait for the Good Friday, I wish you a good night from the Talent Television.